describe it by adjectives or words or feelings. Can anybody describe what happened in the last 30 seconds or a minute or so? Excitement. I heard excitement. Great. What else do we hear? Passion. Passion? Okay. What else do we hear? Do we hear any laughter? Lots of laughter, right? Enthusiasm. That's another very good word. Now, we could have done this exercise by saying, share with your partner or your person next to you the very worst customer service experience, and it would have been a completely different tone. This is why we continue to say that owning the IVR, owning your customer's IVR, you will own that customer experience forever. IVRs are not just a simple tool to enable someone to the call center. They are the company's electronic front doors. This is how they introduce themselves to their customers, whether it be through the web, whether it be through a fax, through an email, through a telephone call. The experience that we as consumers get through the electronic front doors tells us a lot about the customer or the supplier or the company we're dealing with. If we're satisfied, we're going to have this type of reaction. If we're not, we're also going to have a reaction, and that reaction is to tell the 10 closest people who you know never to do business with that company. And yet, most companies understand it in concept, but when they go to deploy sophisticated, state-of-the-art IVRs, they come to lump the budget with the whole IT budget and say, can we afford it? Oh, we put in an IVR 3 years ago, didn't really make any changes, didn't have money to make any changes. And yet, if you look at everything that's happened around us the last 3 years, people are becoming, their expectations are higher, they're making more choices, loyalty has gone down, they're much more concerned about their disposable dollars, they want value for their money. And if they're not getting it, they're moving on. This is a very important message that companies knew all along, but are now rededicating themselves. So if you look at your account base and say, do I own the IVR of my customer? If the answer is yes, let's not sit on our laurels. Chances are those systems have not been updated, upgraded, or modified in a long time. And I'm not talking about technology. I'm talking about use of applications, use of innovation. Authenticating through the IVRs is another thing that's brand new, but certainly very applicable to certain industries. So our goal isn't just to go in and get a sales order and do an installation. It's an ongoing process of education as to how our customers can in fact improve their electronic front doors for their customers, how they can differentiate themselves through branding. Who is M&C? Some of us know it from our history of with Nortel. We were a Nortel reseller for the last 9 years. My own personal history that I started with Lucent, was with Lucent until 1998 in the call center business. And so later on I went to a company that was later acquired by Nortel, so I feel like I'm coming home. But my experience is that the level of experience that we have gained with either Avaya customers, Nortel customers, or customers in general in the IVR space is where our company continues to focus today. We only do a few things, and we do them very well. We're a privately held company. We basically support all of the United States, even though we're associated with the Northeast today. We have customers in all of the 50 states, and in fact, we also have customers in Canada as well. We don't do any international business at this time. Part of it is that the value of what we can bring to the table for an international customer, we don't have the infrastructure in place to do that, but that's our growth plan for the future as well. We do support the Avaya Voice Portal. We support the MPS 500 and 1000. We support the legacy systems, the end-of-life systems that Nortel sold today. So our goal is to, for those customers that have end-of-life systems today, is to help incubate them and move them along and give them a lot of reasons to come current. And by the way, if you think we're the only ones trying to do that, we're kind of kidding ourselves. All of our competitors have targeted the weakness of these customers who have end-of-life systems that are doing the same. And our goal, once again, own the IVR and own the customer relationship forever. We have done business and continue to do business today with over 104 of the Fortune 500 companies. Some of them are depicted here through their logos. And part of what we do is that we try to present ourselves to these customers as people who understand the industry, people who are interested in providing value to this industry, and continue to provide value to them as customers by listening and by performing at a very high level. We hold ourselves accountable, whether we do customer support, whether we do any type of consultancy, whether we do any type of training, or whether we do just regular follow-up with regards to how are things going, how's the project going, are things on time, how we make our expectations. And the process of self-improvement is very key for us. We tend to take everybody's comments very seriously and apply them in terms of our own internal process for improvement. One of the things we have worked very hard since the announcement, the formal announcement of the purchase of Nortel by Avaya, is to figure out a way how we can deliver our services in such a way that there's a win-win-win scenario. We've been working with the professional service organization led by Brian Carmichael in terms of figuring out and coming to now an agreement that we can help co-deliver services in the IVR space. So in essence, for someone who's interested in having one of our services delivered, we can deliver it jointly in a co-delivery with the professional services organization within Avaya on Avaya paper. So that would allow us to basically help meet the customers' expectations, deliver solutions that are cost effective, and more importantly for all of you here, give you an opportunity to retire quota and basically get commission. Our commitment from our company is we will try to make every single deal work through this formula. In some instances it may not make sense, but hold us accountable for delivering the majority of the deals that you bring to us through a co-delivery process with your professional services organization. We have basically reached an agreement. All that is signing is a contract that should happen later on this week or first of next week. But philosophically, we're on the same page. Co-delivery is the preferred option, and so we're all for it. The other thing that we want to highlight is that through the whole gamut of all unified communications and contact center, we really focus on a relatively very small space. Given that, we believe we're very business partner friendly. So we are throwing a challenge to all of the Avaya Business Partners, ISVs, and DevConnect partners. If you have an IVR opportunity, we'll work together with you. We don't have any interest in going beyond the IVR and the CTI space. This is where we make our living. So in relation to owning the customer relationship overall, if our message is focus on this area and leave the rest to us, we're fine with that. Because we know there's an awful lot of things that go in the IT environment way beyond the IVRs, and so we're willing to work in the spirit of collaboration and cooperation with the business partners out there. So we look forward to putting this in practice, but we guarantee you in the space that we are in, we will deliver, and we'll deliver quality, and we'll deliver at a cost-effective manner. What will we deliver? Well, we believe we support all the services and ancillary services around the IVR. We can, if it makes sense, we will sell the Voice Portal or the MPS. We'll basically do application development, whether it's in a proprietary language or whether it's in the now standard voice XML. We will basically do ancillary services like vocabulary recording. We will support the customer beyond the initial install, so the 1X all the way out to the future will support the customer as well. And ultimately, what we want to do is provide the customer with with an experience similar to the ones that you guys shared with each other about 5 minutes ago, where they're delighted with the service, they look forward to working with us, and look forward to sharing with us their business plans for future enhancement. One of the things that we look at on a constant basis is how are we doing, not internally, but externally. We ask all our customers once a year to give us feedback in terms of how we're doing. We want the feedback because that helps us improve our internal process. So we've been doing this since 2003, and the performance around these things are such that all of our customers are either very satisfied or extremely satisfied. So 100% of our population has told